My camera is at 26%, so I guess I didn't come prepared, but we will still see if I can make it through the whole 15 minutes, or however long it bees. Yeah. All right. I come with many thoughts on my mind today. Let us begin by spending a moment of gratitude for what has allowed us to get here. All the past versions of ourselves that have learned to adopt languages, systems, responses to protect us. That have developed skills that have gotten us here, but that no longer are necessary. Let us be grateful for the past versions of ourselves that were the vessels that allowed us to stand exactly where we are today. They're exhausted and they need time to rest. We can let them rest. We'll feel lighter. They'll have a chance to let go too. You don't need to carry them anymore. To bring astrology into it, Venus and Chiron have met at 25 degrees of Aries today. Is that correct? It's 24 or 25. Let me see. Yes, 25 degrees of Aries. I have Venus conjunct Chiron in my birth chart at 0 degrees of Aquarius. And I love this energy. This is such a beautiful, it is so deeply painful. I mean, 0 degrees Aquarius. I can film a whole video of that later. Which, by the way, if you like what it is that I am sharing, if you find value in it, I love doing this. I spend all of my days thinking about how I can provide the value that I wish to see in the world and inspire others to do the same. And I want to continue this journey. So if you do find value in this, in my words, it means a lot if you can leave a like, leave a comment, let me know, share this with other people. Or if you have the means to do so, support me financially. You can book a reading. I offer both tarot and astrology readings, and I'll leave the link in my description. You can also, if you don't have the means to support financially, but you have a skill to offer, such as art or web design or something, I would love to build a community of people who are sharing their skills with each other and being creative together and fueling each other's creativity by providing what it is that we have to offer, by growing what it is that our souls feel pulled to grow, and sharing all the abundance that we have, and allowing that to really build a regenerative community. That is the dream for me. And I'm showing up every day, hoping to forge that and trying to figure out just how I can be the leader for a community, the community that I wish to see and have yet to encounter in my personal life. Or if you know of a community that exists like that and have a way of allowing me to integrate my life into that community, reaching out to me via here or the comments or Instagram, that would mean the absolute world. And all that said, that's a beautiful way to summarize the energies of this Aries conjunct of Venus and Chiron at 25 degrees, which the Sabian symbol is a man who is holding too many gifts. He has more gifts than he can carry. And my own personal Venus Chiron conjunct at 0 degrees Aquarius, which is all about that revolutionizing a community of creative individuals, recognizing your importance within the larger collective, and the pain that comes from not quite experiencing that or knowing where that will come from. And the pain in the Aries situation that we all, I've felt us feeling is we have all these gifts that we wish to share and have yet to figure out the right place to direct those energies. And it can be very disheartening to be on your path, to be feeling like you are focusing on everything that is important to you, like spiritually. You're like, I'm doing all of these things right. We just exited Pisces season and we're like, I am trying to integrate, but is this going to be sustainable? And these questions that we ask ourselves are manifestations of Saturn's energy. That is how I choose to articulate it in my language. And ancient, astrologically speaking, Saturn is the Time Lord, the god of time and boundaries and the golden age of humanity. Saturn wants to build sustainability. So it makes sense that Saturn would ask us, is what you are doing sustainable? Now, I have Aries in my 6th house of work and like daily routines, lifestyle. And I feel this a lot. This has been a beautiful season, and understanding the astrology has just made me laugh at so many moments that I think would have and still have been very difficult and challenging. So again, if you find value in this as well, I want nothing more than to share this with you. So feel free to reach out and let me do a reading for you. Anyways, this has been showing up as me like constantly focusing on there's a lot that I need to rework in my physical health in order to have a to express myself creatively. Aries is a fire sign, about that creative expression. The first of the fire signs, the most primal, the most raw and and expressive. So my sun is in Sagittarius, and my midheaven, my public image, is in Leo. So it is of utmost importance that with all of this Aries energy going on right now, I work on and focus on how I am structuring my day-to-day routines, especially with Saturn there, and Saturn being there for a while. So I'm really grateful for that. Now, this area of life, this day-to-day routines, will not be as applicable to each individual because we all have various rising signs. If you're a Scorpio rising, like myself, you might relate more to this than any other sign. But this is where like having a one-on-one personal reading would be very useful. So, what more do I have to say about this? There's also a sextile happening between Pluto in Aquarius and Aries, Saturn in Aries at 5 degrees, I believe. And again, this is restructuring the way that we think about time, how we are spending our time, how we are directing our energies. Saturn wants to protect our energies and wants our energies to be spent well, to be. Saturn doesn't want, it isn't capitalistic. if I dare say it. Saturn is not innately capitalistic. Saturn wants us to thrive. And yes, there can be a lot of structure and routine in hustle culture, in a capitalist society. There can be a lot of pressure to move at a fast pace. That is not Saturn. Saturn builds slowly over time. Saturn can test us, but Saturn doesn't push us past our limits. Saturn challenges us. Saturn challenges us in alignment with our values when worked with. When this call of Saturn is neglected, or we try to push through it or convert it into something that it doesn't want to be in our bodies, I have found that that is when it becomes hustle culture and pressure to move faster than we really need to. And our bodies really want to. And I know that a lot of this sounds like spiritual woo-woo nonsense. But even that thought in itself, how many layers of judgment have I gone through against sharing my own authentic voice with people because I don't have a bachelor's degree, don't have a doctorate, yet am not at the end yet. That doesn't mean that I am not, that we are not building the life of our dreams. That doesn't mean that not everything that you dream of, that doesn't mean that you can't have everything that you dream of, that you won't have everything that you dream of. It all happens in time. And the reason that we are on this path is because we love it. The reason I am on this path is because I love it. So the challenges that I face, there's going to be challenges regardless, but are they challenges that you love? If they're not, how can you shift away from that? And this is a process. So if you know how, be kind to yourself. If you don't know how to be kind to yourself, let me be kind to you for you. I see your beauty. Go ahead, leave a comment about your insecurity and let me convert it into beauty. Venus conjunct Chiron, baby. That's what this is about. I think everything that we dislike in life comes from a place of love. For example, I don't like driving at all. I don't like driving at all. I don't like meat. I don't like animal products. There is a lot that I don't like, and this can make me feel like I am an inconvenience to the society around me, and sometimes the people I surround myself by. Who I guess are also a part of that society. But it comes from a place of, I really love this planet. I really love living things. I really love living. And so no, if I can, I want to walk, I want to be outside and get from point A to point B. And I don't want to rely on gases that are actively harming the environment and all of that our tax money is going to, that is like wars that are being fought over. I don't want that. And maybe what I am speaking about is not going to be preferred by YouTube because I am being honest about my thoughts. But again, choose the challenges that I'd rather face. I'd rather face the challenges of being sincere, Aries, than the challenges of hiding. You can only hide for so long. And Lord knows, we have all done enough hiding. Also, a moment of gratitude for the men in society who have so many layers of hiding that they've had to put on so many different shells. And yes, absolutely women as well. But just like a moment of attention to the men, because it can make me very sad that people are not given the language to understand themselves or the freedom to think and consider who they really are outside of, and to feel their pain outside of identities that were already placed on them, social roles, gender roles. It's so shallow, and none of us are looking for that. So I guess with that, I'll end my astrological, political, heartfelt ramble there, but thank you so much for spending time with me. If you liked what I shared, resonated with it, didn't like it, have any thoughts, I welcome you to join this conversation. You can leave a comment. You can subscribe to my Substack. You can leave a comment over there. You can message me on Instagram. Let's connect. Let's build community. I love you lots, and have a beautiful, beautiful day. I see your beauty. You're loved. Goodbye.